welcome back. As promised, we were going to talk about loving your fear course. So here we're going to ask you, is fear something that holds you back in your life? Do you find yourself making decisions around fear? You avoid things because you're afraid. For the longest time, now I'm thinking about it, I avoided going to these parties where there were adults. I couldn't stand to be around grown-ups for such a long time. I've been teaching piano for 30 years, and I'm okay with little ones. I'm okay with children because they're so honest. They're so open about things. They just say things as they see it, for the most part, depending on how little. The smaller, the more honest, because they don't have that filter yet of, I can't say that, or, And I love that honesty. I love that openness in them. I'd rather they tell me exactly what they think and feel than try to make, me feel good about something. I don't care. It's them, and they're entitled to feel that way, Yes, for such a long time, I avoided being around adults. I couldn't stand to be around them. I just felt, I felt like an alien among them. Like we were talking a different language and I couldn't understand what they were saying and they couldn't understand what I was saying. I just felt that I didn't fit in anywhere amongst adults as I got older, in my 20s, in my 30s. And it wasn't until I had my awakening that I had this immense love for others, because I could see, that within all of us is this inner child that's afraid, that's been hurt. And this fear protects us from getting hurt. We avoid certain things so that we don't get hurt. But let me ask you now, how much do you miss out on because of this fear? This is the question. And perhaps you think you don't miss out. But I know for me, once I started to connect to others, it's just been such a beautiful space to be in, that I no longer have to avoid people because I speak a different language. It doesn't matter. You realize with time that you will find the people that speak the same language. And perhaps that's why you are here, because you too feel like you don't fit anywhere. You don't fit in. Even at school, I didn't fit in anywhere. In primary school, the first 7 years of my life, I spent with my nose in a book, reading. At school, I just didn't fit into any of the groups. I didn't understand the dynamics of the social interaction between children when I was a child. It didn't make sense to me. And then I got to relive that as an adult. But the truth is that when we give in to fear, it stops us from doing so much. And the biggest thing is it stops us from moving out of our comfort zone. And the magic is out there, outside our comfort zone. You're never going to find the magic inside your comfort zone, because we need to expand to be able to have this communication with the spirit realm, with our loved ones that have passed, with all these beautiful beings that are waiting for you on the other side. We need to release the fear. The fear contracts our energy. More than density, I find fear contracts. And for us to be communicating with the spirit realm, we have to be so expansive. We have to be so open. Open, our hearts wide open. We cannot speak to the beings in the spirit realm from a contractive space. It doesn't work that way. And this is what you're missing out on when you give in to fear. You're missing out on the infinite possibilities. So, my beautiful beings, it takes a lot of guts to face fear. Or as our beautiful course is called, love your fear. To learn to love the fear. It takes a lot of courage. And I want you to know in your heart that I believe that you are brave enough. You are strong enough. You have the courage within you to face that fear, to love that fear and be able to move beyond it, beyond to where the infinite possibilities lie. And I can't wait to see with you what is possible for you. Like I said before, I have a feeling within myself that there is so much more that I'm not even aware of yet. So much more. And what if it's waiting for you to be brave enough to push past that fear? All those beautiful possibilities are waiting for you on the other side. So we have created this beautiful course for you, loving your fear. The link is in the description below, and only you can know in your heart if fear is a huge influence in your life, if it stops you from doing the things you want to do, you wish to do, you love to do. Only you can know if fear is in the way. So, for me, I know I held back from, getting closer to people when I was younger. I guess there was a fear of, there's that playing out in the background was that for the first 5 years of my life, I was loved by my mum. Then my sister was born and that love was taken away. It was retracted. And so for me, there was always a fear that love is taken away because this was the experience I had as a child. So I wouldn't let others in. That was me. And that was my truth for a very, very long time. But there may be beings out there that need you. They need you. And how can they have access to you when you're too afraid to open up? Too afraid to love because you'll be hurt, because it'll be taken away. And that hurts. When you're shown love and it's taken away, that hurts. And it creates that pattern in us. Your pattern may be different. Maybe you were never shown love. You don't even know what that looks like. But in your heart, my beautiful being, in your heart, you know that love exists. You are love. And there are beings out there waiting for you to wake up. Wake up. And be that love in the world. They need you. So, my beautiful beings, as we have said in previous videos, for these gorgeous courses, in this month of April, you have 40% off. 40% off the full price, not the installment payments, because most of them are already less than $100 a month anyway. And I think that's doable for a course that's going to give you this freedom. So in this beautiful course, the 40% off is actually the same price as the first installment that you would be making. But you get the full course for that, and it's yours for life. You can come back to it as many times as you need to. The downloads you get to keep for forever. You print them off if you want, use them as much as you want. Read them, reread them, turn them into little quotes you can put somewhere if there's something that really resonates with your heart to remind you that you can love your fear. You are not born with fear. When you are born, you are the love. You are the light. Fear is something that we learn. And this is one of the videos in the course. But as we have learnt to be afraid, we've learnt to feel this fear in our lives, we can also learn to love this fear and set ourselves free. Everything can be learned. If the desire in your heart is strong enough that this is what you want, then it's possible. It's more than possible. All right, my beautiful beings. So remember to look for the link in the description below for the courses Loving Your Fear. And on the page you will find the coupon code for the 40% off. Now this coupon code expires on the 16th of April. Why the 16th? Because for me that is the most beautiful day in my life. That was the day my daughter was born. That was the day I got to wake up. To me, it's a sacred day. Yes, I got to have my own birthday, the day I was born, is also a sacred day. But the day I woke up, to me, is even more special. So you have until the 16th to make the most of this beautiful discount. After that, you will not be seeing it again. It is just for this month. And it's because we're using a new platform and we're trying it out. But it looks amazing at the moment. I'm so thrilled with how everything looks in there. I love how it's come out. So, my beautiful beings, is it time for you? Only you can know. We love you dearly. Also, what I forgot to mention in the previous videos is you have 14 days money back guarantee. So if by the end of April, if in 2 weeks you decide it's not for you, you don't like it, whatever you feel, you can get your money back. There's no problem. We don't have a problem with that. If it's not for you, it's not for you. But if it is for you, you will feel the shift within you, and your heart will fill with gratitude for this shift. And remember, you can listen to the videos as many times as you need to. All right, my beautiful beings, we love you. Remember to click like and subscribe so you don't miss any of the messages. And in the next video, we have the last course that we've created for this month. All right, my beautiful beings, bye for now.